Everyone likes to make assumptions about my life. It's great.
About Rachel Zegler. She's the young woman that was cast as Snow White. It has proven to be Disney's worst investment ever in the history of Disney investment.
She said death threats. I don't know which dwarf gave you a death threat, but she's saying she's getting death threats.
What happens when one of the world's biggest studios loses control of its star? Disney executives are scrambling after confidential emails expose their true feelings about Rachel Zegler and the Snow White disaster.
If I'm Bob Iger, you know what we're doing? Emergency meeting. We're putting Snow White on hold for 2 years, and guess what?
Smart.
Pay her a couple $1,000,000, go away. We're going to bring another person to play this role.
The situation is far worse than anyone imagined. Disney's once magical kingdom is crumbling under controversy, with leaked communications revealing executives panicking behind closed doors about their $200 million gamble on an actress they now consider unmanageable. But that's just scratching the surface of this Hollywood nightmare.
You had Rachel Zegler on the docket, too. I think actresses should be quiet. I understand
She's
why.
such an
Internal messages obtained by hackers show Disney's top brass expressing regret over casting Zegler after her controversial statements alienated fans and sent the marketing team into crisis mode. One executive allegedly wrote, "We've created a monster we can no longer control." Weird. And what happened next only confirmed their worst fears. Before these bombshell emails surfaced, Zegler was already under fire for comments that seemed to mock the very film she was starring in. In interviews that left Disney PR horrified, she dismissed the original Snow White as bizarre and focused on a prince who literally stalks her, declaring the classic love story wouldn't be part of her version.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
The backlash was immediate and fierce. Longtime Disney fans felt betrayed by an actress who appeared to have contempt for the source material. Social media erupted with calls to replace her, but executives were already too deep into production to make changes. According to the leaked communications, one Disney insider described the situation as watching a train wreck in slow motion.
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because we cast a guy in the movie.
Right.
Andrew Burnap, great dude.
But the emails were just the beginning. The scandal escalated dramatically when audio allegedly captured Zegler berating production staff during filming. The recording, which spread like wildfire across social media, supposedly featured the actress yelling at crew members who suggested keeping elements of the beloved original story. "She just ran angry," claimed one witness to the confrontation. The leaked audio situation became so toxic that even Bill Maher couldn't resist weighing in, mocking what he called Zegler's elitism and declaring her Disney's worst investment ever in the history of Disney investments.
I think it's fair to say that no one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie.
Behind closed doors, Disney executives were panicking. The leaked emails reveal frantic discussions about damage control strategies and whether to delay the film's release. One message reportedly stated, "If I'm Bob Iger, you know what we're doing? Emergency meeting. We're putting Snow White on hold for 2 years and paying her a couple $1,000,000 to go away."
If I'm Bob Iger, you know what we're doing? Emergency meeting. We're putting Snow White on hold for 2 years, and guess what?
Smart.
Pay her a couple $1,000,000, go away. We're going to bring another person to play this role.
The situation deteriorated further when Disney's CEO's own son publicly criticized the film on social media before quickly deleting his post after it went viral.
Audiences stayed away, and even her own cast and crew are calling her out. Disney's own CEO's son posted that she hijacked the film and then deleted it after it went viral. Oh, and that #1 movie in the world claim she made? Deleted.
According to inside sources, this was the moment executives realized they had completely lost control of the narrative. What makes this situation particularly shocking is how radically the production deviated from the original vision. Early creative meetings outlined a gentle modernization that would respect the classic while appealing to contemporary audiences.
There was an in-depth piece, like a behind-the-scenes piece, talking about how they've been in a full meltdown about this girl for a couple of years now.
Instead, fundamental elements were gutted. The dwarfs were nearly written out entirely, the prince was sidelined, and the love story was abandoned. One leaked email from a senior executive reportedly expressed alarm. "This isn't an update anymore, it's a completely different story using Snow White's name. We're alienating our core audience for what?" Another frustrated team member allegedly wrote, "She thinks she's fixing Snow White, but she's killing our box office." The film's marketing team found themselves in an impossible position. How do you sell a Snow White remake when your lead actress openly criticizes the original?
Rachel Zegler. This woman is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged.
Insiders claim that test screenings produced disastrous results, with families, Disney's bread and butter, expressing confusion over a story that barely resembled the fairy tale they knew and loved. Meanwhile, Zegler's outspoken nature extended beyond the film itself. Sources close to Disney confirm the studio hired special social media specialists to monitor her online activity after she made controversial political statements. Her vocal support of Palestine caused particular concern given co-star Gal Gadot's Israeli background, creating tension that threatened to overshadow promotional efforts. The main Disney actress is out of control. They don't know what to do. One insider revealed, Disney executives have called her directly to ask her to moderate her posts. They have contacted her management team, but she is not listening to them.
Obviously, she's very attractive, very cute, but her views, her eliteness, her I know what's right and you don't, and now you want to apologize, bro. This is how the world works when you get on social media.
The situation reached such a critical point that Disney made the unprecedented decision to limit press appearances, fearing unscripted moments could further damage the film's already fragile public perception. According to the leaked communications, this strategy was implemented directly from the top after multiple crisis meetings. Box office projections continued to sink as controversy mounted. What was once expected to be a billion-dollar global hit was now tracking for a disastrous opening weekend.
Here's what I told Bob. I said, I'm curious, Bob, don't you think messages like this is why Disney keeps having box office flops?
Parents, traditionally Disney's most reliable audience, expressed hesitation about taking their children to see a film that had become synonymous with controversy. Classic songs like "Someday My Prince Will Come" were replaced with modern anthems that early viewers described as jarring and forced. The prince himself was reduced to a minor character, with Zegler publicly stating, "It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful."
It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024.
These creative decisions might have been defensible if executed with care and respect for the source material. But according to the leaked emails, even Disney's own creative team had serious doubts. One particularly damning message allegedly read, "We've forgotten what made people fall in love with these stories in the first place." Meanwhile, rumors spread about tension between Zegler and her co-stars. Multiple sources claimed she barely spoke to them off camera, creating an atmosphere that one crew member described as walking on eggshells.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
This toxic environment reportedly contributed to scenes being reshot multiple times, further straining the already bloated budget. Bill Maher's scathing commentary added fuel to the fire. On his show, he highlighted what he saw as the hypocrisy of someone proclaiming positivity and progressiveness while allegedly treating coworkers poorly. His segments went viral, bringing the controversy to an even wider audience. When the hackers known as Null Bulge claimed to have accessed thousands of internal Disney communications in July 2024, the situation reached new heights of crisis. The company immediately launched an investigation, but the damage was already done. Snippets of emails discussing Zegler and the troubled production began circulating online. The leaked communications revealed that Disney had been monitoring Zegler's social media presence for months, particularly concerned about her comments on political issues.
And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign.
Her criticism of Donald Trump and support for Palestine had triggered internal discussions about potential backlash from different audience segments. What makes this entire situation particularly tragic is that it didn't have to be this way. Early screen tests had shown promise, with viewers responding positively to the visual spectacle and production design. But as one leaked email allegedly stated, no amount of special effects can save a story that's lost its heart. As the release date approaches, Disney faces an impossible choice: move forward with a film that's become radioactive with controversy, or delay and risk even greater financial loss. The leaked emails suggest executives are divided. with some arguing to cut our losses, while others cling to hope that curiosity might drive ticket sales. Industry analysts now predict the Snow White debacle could trigger broader changes in how Disney approaches its classic remakes. The entire situation serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of drastically reinventing beloved stories without considering the audience's emotional connection to the original. For Zegler, the future remains uncertain. Once considered a rising star after her breakthrough in West Side Story, her reputation has taken a significant hit. According to the leaked communications, Disney is unlikely to cast her in future projects, with one executive allegedly writing, "Some bridges can't be rebuilt." The truth behind these leaked emails and audio isn't just about one actress or one troubled production. It's about a legendary studio losing sight of what made its stories timeless in the first place. As one final leaked message allegedly stated, "We forgot the most important magic of all, making people believe." Whatever happens next, one thing is clear. The most shocking part of this Snow White story isn't happening on screen. It's playing out in boardrooms, on sets, and now in leaked emails that reveal what Disney really thinks about Rachel Zegler and the monster they created together.